Good morning, everybody. This is Mike Brennan here at the National Hurricane Center. It's about 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, July 1st, coming on with catastrophic Hurricane Beryl moving through portions of the Grenadines this morning. We've just gotten some data from the Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft that suggests Beryl has continued to intensify this morning. Maximum sustained winds are up now to near 150 miles per hour. Right now, the eye of Beryl is right over Carriacou Island, just to the north of Grenada, and it's moving off to the west-northwest at 20 miles an hour. And you can see the very well-defined eye in both visible and infrared satellite imagery. Beryl has re-strengthened this morning as it's gone through an eye wall replacement cycle. So now is when we're experiencing those catastrophic Category 4 wind conditions in portions of the Grenadines, places like Union Island, Palm Island, Petite Martinique, Petite St. Vincent, Carriacou. Those are the areas that are most threatened now with both those devastating Category 4 winds as well as the storm surge of 6 to 9 feet above normal tide levels, especially near and to the north, even up towards St. Vincent, where we could see life-threatening storm surge and inundation, especially of some of those smaller islands in the Grenadines between St. Vincent and Grenada. So a very serious situation for anyone who is watching in those areas. If you are in the eye, do not go out in the eye. It's not safe. The storm is moving very quickly, and the backside of the eye wall will move in on over you very, very fast, and you do not want to be outside in those conditions. We do have a hurricane warning in effect still for Barbados, for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, down to Tobago. Tropical storm warnings in effect for St. Lucia and Martinique. But again, if you look at the wind field, those areas in the Grenadines between St. Vincent and Grenada are squarely within the hurricane force wind field near the eye and in the eye wall of Beryl this morning. So a very dangerous situation will continue for the next several hours until Beryl pulls away from the islands later this afternoon and this evening. Zooming out a little bit, and let's look at what Beryl's going to do over the next several days. These are the chances of hurricane force winds. We're most concerned about downstream, about seeing hurricane force winds in Jamaica, and a hurricane watch has been issued for that island as of this morning. There is a potential for Beryl to remain a hurricane, a powerful hurricane across the Caribbean Sea. There is also a chance of hurricane force winds extending as far westward as to portions of the Yucatan Peninsula later this week. The arrival time of those tropical storm force winds as we look through the week in Jamaica would be early Wednesday morning, and then stretching into places like the Cayman Islands Wednesday evening, western Cuba Thursday morning if they were to reach there, and then the Yucatan Peninsula by Thursday evening along the coast of Belize up to the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. So looking back, stepping out and looking at the track forecast, we are expecting Beryl to move steadily west-northwestward across the Caribbean Sea through the week, passing south of Hispaniola tomorrow evening, near or over Jamaica during the day on Wednesday, and then approaching the Yucatan Peninsula as we go from Thursday into Friday, and then emerging over the southern Gulf of Mexico by early Saturday morning. So many areas will be at threat from Beryl as we go through the week. Once the system pulls away from the Windward Islands, we also have a tropical storm watch in effect for southern portions of Haiti and the Dominican Republic for the possibility of tropical storm force winds there as we go through the day on Tuesday. I don't want to underestimate the rainfall threat. We are currently seeing very heavy rainfall with the core of Beryl as it moves through the Grenadines, the Windward Islands. We could see isolated amounts as high as 10 inches in some of those areas, widespread rainfall totals of 3 to 6 inches across Barbados and the remainder of the Windward Islands. The heavy rainfall potential will occur up in portions of Hispaniola in particular as Beryl's moisture interacts with the mountains there, and the potential for heavy rain as we get into Jamaica and the Cayman Islands later in the week. But just to recap, right now Beryl is a catastrophic hurricane, Category 4 hurricane with very strong winds, life-threatening storm surge moving through the southern Windward Islands, the Grenadines right now, and folks in those areas should be hunkered down for the next few hours until the core of Beryl moves away. We are seeing reports already of widespread power outages, damage, wind damage occurring in some of the Windward Islands now. Again, heavy rainfall, flash flooding are also possible in these areas, and downstream later this week, we could again see impacts in Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, the Yucatan Peninsula, Belize, and elsewhere in the northwestern Caribbean. We'll want to keep an eye on Beryl. Check back for additional updates from us here at the Hurricane Center. You can always get the latest information at hurricanes.gov. If you're in the Windward Islands, please stay safe today. Tune in later. We'll have more updates. Thank you for watching. I'm Mike Brennan at the National Hurricane Center.